It is early morning here, so I'm just going to record the screen and hopefully help you out to get accustomed with this class a little bit. So, like I said, I think in the Adobe Connect class, but I know I threw a lot of information at you. The first thing you want to do when you come into our classroom is just to look over the announcements. So for today, you'll see that I posted an announcement on week 2. So in these announcements, I try to cover what's coming up due so that it gives you a little bit of a timeline and some things to think about. And then I always have a video as well that talks about this. So when you come into the class, make sure you check the announcements. Sometimes these will be emailed. Other times, like yesterday, I do the announcements, excuse me, ahead of time, and then I delay when they're posted. So make sure you check the announcements and go through them. I try to, I don't always remember to put the Adobe Connect recording link, the Adobe Connect recording there as well. And then as well, I try to put when we're going to have a class, the link. So just make sure you look through the announcements when you come into class. And then the next important piece is to always go to your week. So we're in week 2 this week. So click on the link for your week. And then with this, there's multiple charts, and you kind of need to figure out which one works best for you. This chart that's on the main page will talk about the various things that you need to do this week that are ungraded, and then those that are graded. But then if you click on this chart here, Jason, you'll see that there's a little intro, there's a course learning objectives, and there's also, again, the same kind of chart that talks about what you need to do, and then in blue is what's graded. So just figure out what works best for you. Now here are the next several folders to get to for the rest of the requirements for the week. In the course materials section, this is usually the readings that you're assigned and the PowerPoints. So for this week, you have the chapters that are from the textbook, but normally this won't be here. And then the PowerPoints are in this folder and then some additional readings. So that's what you're going to find in the course materials section. So keep that in mind. Course materials are usually reading materials. And then assignments, this is where you're going to find the multiple links to turn in the grades. The discussion board's always going to be in there, but then here's where the quiz 2 is. So you're going to click on quiz 2, and that will take you to the quiz, and you click begin, and then you'll go through the quiz. It talks about what's in the quiz, the points for it, and just remember, with the quiz, once you start it, you can't stop it. So you're not going to want to start the quiz and then go to a new link, because when you do that, it's going to stop, and wherever you stopped the quiz, that's where it's going to grade. So make sure you stay in the quiz. So once again, that's in the assignment section. So you'll go through assignments and click on quiz 2, and it will lead you to that. Here's a link for the child abuse training where you're going to submit your certificate, and then a link for the synchronous vignette answers. So the assignment tab is usually where you're going to find multiple links for the submissions as well as the quizzes. And then the last tab is the activities tab. There's going to be multiple things in here throughout the week that you're going to need to look at. So here it talks about the child abuse training and actually describes it. The vignette is listed there, and then another resource. So those are the main tabs that you'll find each week. The course materials, the assignments, the activities, and then at the very bottom I included where our synchronous meeting is, and there's the link down there as well. The other helpful tool, besides looking through these different weeks as you're approaching the weeks, is the course information. And the most helpful tools for the course information as you're going through the class are the rubrics. And in this folder is the rubrics for the discussion board for 1 week, discussion board for 2 weeks, your presentation, and your final assignment. So if you click on that, you will find the rubrics for each of those. That will help you as you're going through those assignments. And then the last helpful piece on the course information page is the assignments. And for this, you're going to find some detailed instructions about the presentation on child abuse that's due in week 5 and the final assignment that's due at the end of class. So again, it's the most helpful places are announcements, the week that you're in, and then the bottom of course information. So I hope this helps you. I know it's a lot to absorb when you're used to a traditional classroom, but just know it takes some time. But I appreciate the questions and always welcome them.